Hello, Music Multiverse listeners. Welcome to Beyond Your Radio and our latest album listen challenge. I think we're at episode 7. Didn't really check that out. Both panelists have challenged each other to an album they've never heard before. And now we get to find out what they actually thought of it. They'll score it, and then they'll tell us where it would fall in their listening habit. But before we get into album listen challenge, we're looking for a few good subscribers. About 425 to be exact. And are you out there? Are you the next favorite listener? For those
Yeah.
of you who have subscribed, you are wise and wonderful, a viewer, honest. If only others were as wise and learned as you, they can be. All they need to do is subscribe. So again, subscribe. Damn it all. Please remember each panelist will reveal the album that they received, their initial thoughts before even listening to it, and then they'll dive right in and do their scoring. Scoring, just as a reminder, album artwork 0 to 5, album full of music 0 to 5, musicianship of the band and melody 0 to 5, accessibility 0 to 5. And what does accessibility mean? Well, it means that is it easily accessible to the ear 0 to 5. 5 meaning very accessible, or no, 0 meaning very accessible, 5 meaning holy crap, it's very difficult. And then, of course, album production 0 to 5. We'll give it an overall ranking. We'll be happy. We'll give the sign of the cross. Somebody will win something. No, they won't. And then finally, the last question will be, is it in your listening wheelhouse? Are you one and done, out there, done with it? I liked it. It might grow on me like fungus. Or I really enjoyed it and I'll probably listen to it again. Or I can't believe I missed this. This is my new favorite album. I bought 7 copies, one on vinyl, then other color vinyl, all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's meet the panelists. Tonight's panelist, she's been there and done that. Damn, Deb Armitage Hicks Maloney. And of course, the man who's up for any kind of good challenge, the Grateful Dude. So, how is everybody tonight? Ready? Rocking?
We're awesome. We're awesome. We're ready. We're up for the challenge.
Challenge this girl.
All right. So, damn. What did the dude give you? Damn and dude.
Okay, well, first of all, he gave me one and then it was done. So we went on to another one because it wasn't an album. But I tried. Dude gave me Brooks and Dunn Reboot.
This our last country thing wasn't enough. Damn it.
Yeah, I thought that maybe he was just trying to torture the host. But I have to say I was familiar with Brooks and Dunn. But I wouldn't have been able to name a song that they done. Got it. However, it was a nostalgic thing for me. There was a period in my life that country was more a part of it, and it was a happy time in my life. So it was great for me to revisit this. I wouldn't have been able to name any of their songs, but now I can. This album had 12 songs on it, I believe. I knew 5 of them and was surprised that I knew 5 of them. You know, I looked at the song names and I went, and then it would start and I go, oh, we do know that song. So obviously I didn't know the group very much, but I had heard the songs. So, my ratings, here we go. So my artwork, I give it a 4 because Reboot, that reminds me of like a cowboy boot, but this was like a cowboy belt buckle and a good old boy belt buckle. So I liked it. Looked like a belt buckle, looked like you're supposed to go have a beer and sit around a campfire, like the album cover 4.
Oh.
My flow, I gave it a 5 just because I don't think country albums normally really worry about flow. And they're all good songs, so they all flowed. I wasn't looking for a theme so much as just was there anything off-putting as far as jumping from one song to the next? Nope, all good. All went together. Great songs, so I gave it a 5. And part of that is I really liked that out of the 12 songs, 11 of them had featured artists. And that was what made this reboot important. There was the brothers Osborne, I know them, Luke Combs, Thomas Rhett, Casey Musgrove. I love her little voice, and she's just cute as a button. And so I thought that the flow was good as far as how they chose who was going to be a featured artist. So that was my 5. Musicianship, I gave it a 5 too, because it was nice to listen to, and I can't play any of those instruments. And I can't sing. Well, good. I mean, I don't think there was anything on there. Mark, you have actually had me listen to some albums before that I go, I can't listen to any of these songs, even though I knew the musicianship was good. I think that the vocals and the lyrics and the song choices all went together, where if you were just going to have to sit at a party, you'd go, that sounds good. So that's why I gave that a 5. Nothing too, deep. Accessibility, I only gave it a 4 because there's people that I know out there that hate country or think they hate country. But it's easy to listen to. There's nothing off-putting about it. It's not the country where somebody's sad about their dog dying and run over by a tractor. Maybe there is. Yeah. But we all have those times in our lives, so we can all relate to these songs, I think. I don't know. That's what I'm saying for me.
Okay.
In production, I gave it a 4, but I'm an accountant and I don't really know about, the studio. So overall, I gave it a 4. I'd give it a 4.5, but our host does not like partial credit, so I'm going to give it a 4.
So a 22 out of a possible 25.
That's pretty good.
The album is, in case people out there are wondering that aren't country like me, this is actually, when they say reboot, it's an interesting concept because it's their songs redone, using other artists coming in. They do change the melody to some degree to challenge themselves or make it as relevant today as it was back whenever these songs were written. I partook of it. It is what it is. There's a lot of this is a country album. This is not going to be mistaken for anything other than country, for sure.
Yeah.
Country pop-ish, but not that pop.
Yeah. I mean, I had a song or two sung to me, crooned to me around a campfire, so I have a little bit of that nostalgia with it. I mean, I rated the songs, like out of the 12 songs, I knew 5 of them. I gave them smiley faces, whether I knew them or not. I had a couple that had 3 smiley faces, some that had 2 smiley faces, and the rest had 1 smiley face. So there wasn't one song on this album that I didn't enjoy.
Nice.
That I, maybe that's because Mark has given me some challenging things before that I had to, clean my ears out. But no, I really liked it, Jeff. I think that I don't know where you were going with this choice for me. Did you think that I wouldn't like it?
No. Here's what happened. So I had already listened to the album you gave me, okay? When we found out I screwed up and gave you the wrong album. So I had just happened to listen to this particular album a couple days prior. And I said, this is very, very similar in a lot of ways to what you gave me.
Now I get it.
Yes. It's a little bit of a reboot.
Yes. And that's why they called it Reboot. I love it.
So that's why I gave you that particular album. I told Marcus already I had just listened to it, and I had known I screwed up, so I figured this would be a good album to give you, and I was pretty sure you hadn't heard it. It's their last album.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
But it still
I
shows that they
enjoyed
are
it.
still together. So there's
They
a
are still
possibility.
together. They're still doing Vegas.
How old are
Ah.
these guys? Because you know what Mark said to me before the show started, before you even joined us, Jeff? He thought this Brooks and Dunn had something to do with Garth Brooks. But I did too back in the day. Back in the day when I first was introduced to them, I thought that it was sort of like Sonny and Cher, and then Cher went to do better things.
Well, it's funny. No, and they've made a lot of their money from Vegas. I mean, they had so many residencies in Vegas. It's ridiculous. So, but yeah, I like them. I've seen them in concert. I like their music. I just don't understand Mark sometimes. This is just good music, and he just refuses to understand that.
But I appreciate you and your choices. And so if I had to go to the next part, finally, the last question is, where does this fall on your listening habits? I give it a 3. I really enjoyed it. I'll probably go back to it. I have no problem listening to that. And if I'm in a country mood,
cowgirl hat on and ready.
Oh yeah. And I took, and in my notes, in my homework, I'm going to learn how to line dance.
Oh,
yeehaw!
Yeah.
So I really liked it. So thank you.
I can line dance.
Oh, it's a 2-step, a 4-step, a front and back, and whatever. And it's shuffle.
It's none of the above, because of line dance, you're not dancing with anybody, you're dancing by yourself.
Oh, that's my life. Oh, that's sad. Well, that's
so
a country
if we're
song.
line dancing, it's the boot scoot boogie. Is that what we're gonna do?
That's the first one I learned.
Yeah.
That and achy breaky heart.
It was really good. Thank you, Jeff.
You're very welcome.
Grateful dude. What did DAHM send you?
Well, DAHM kind of surprised me. I almost called you and asked you if this was the correct album, because it was kind of strange. First of all, it's Annie Lennox, Medusa, 1995. I have heard of Annie Lennox, but I don't know much of her work. She has a particularly beautiful voice. It's very distinctive.
Yeah.
It's like listening to any of the real good women singers. Their voice is just distinctive, and you know who it is immediately.
Yep.
What blew me away about this album, and it just completely, that's why I thought, wait a minute, they wouldn't send me an album of all covers. Nah, we're originals here. No, this is a cover album. And it's a very, very, very well done cover album. She changes the tempo a bit, changes the melody just a bit, but I knew every single song, and at least half of them I knew every word to them. So it was like okay, very good version of "Take Me to the River." One of the best covers I've ever heard of "Whiter Shade of Gray," of Pale. It's
I know,
fabulous. "Train in Vain," great version. I mean, this is a knockout album. This is really a knockout album. I don't know why she didn't get more praise for this. The critics were like on the fence on this one, maybe because it is covers, and a lot of people think they're stealing other people's work. I don't really ever agree with that. I think she put her own spin on it well enough that she made it her own album. No, I really liked it. There was nothing I could say bad about it, really. So, album cover. This is going to be my lowest one, 2.
Okay.
Because, a half naked lady on the cover just doesn't, it seems to beg for style or something. It's just too,
You'd have to probably appreciate her from the Eurythmics. It's just kind of very simplistic, very stark.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh,
that,
I
but I
understand
get
the
it.
premise.
Like, yeah.
I understand the premise. I just don't find it attractive. It's just
Well,
not my thing.
yeah. No boobs.
No, no, nothing. So, just a shoulder blade. So Mark, give me the order because I always
So
forget.
then the next would be Flow, album Flow.
Flow.
5. It flowed perfectly. I loved it. It just the first time I listened to it, it was like, because after I figured it was all covers, at the first time I listened, oh, what cover is she going to do next? What she's going to do next? So no, it was very exciting in a lot of ways. Mark?
Next is musicianship melody.
4. Not going to say. I think that because of her voice is so strong and so dynamic, that the music is not that.
It's in the back.
It's definitely in the background. Yep.
Yeah, it's a vocal delivery type of record.
Definitely.
That's why the songs that were chosen have stronger lyrics than melody.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, even with the Paul Simon song, I mean, she could have gone to Crazy Town, right? But she didn't. She kept it simple.
No, it was all vocal.
Accessibility.
4.
Yeah.
Production.
4.
So we have a 19 out of 25. Obviously, the album cover scoring low is not a standard for, what I get out of that is I was kind of miffed that if the Medusa is this, I mean, she puts out this album Diva, I think, before this, and it's filled with all kinds of production and bangers and ballads, and shows the strength of her voice, and she doesn't need to be part of the Eurythmics, although to me she needs to be part of the Eurythmics because I just the songwriting there is a little bit more edgy and sticky, and like you can I love Savage or Savages or that album. I put that on all the time, right? But to Medusa, that's that. I always think of the snakes and that she could change. And
yeah, that's what I heard.
And I didn't get that. I didn't get that. Doesn't translate. But I get it. All right. Just so you know, the Japanese version has an additional song cover on it. She does the Psychedelic Furs, Heaven, by the Butler Brothers. I think they're Butler Brothers. So that's interesting. So I didn't get to hear that. I did not know the band for Downtown Lights was the Blue Nile. I don't have a single album from the Blue Nile.
Really? I'm going to make a note of that.
The Blue Nile, right? But yeah, this album spent a lot of time actually for a cover album to be in the top albums at like 60 weeks. It had been in the billboards. And I think in England it was number 1. So kind of interesting.
It's so familiar. Whether you like her or know her or anything, once you listen to the songs, these are classics. She does a bunch of classics. And when you're an old fart like me, you understand. They could just like, she's doing this song. Wow, she's doing this song. It was really, really, I was impressed.
Well, it's almost like going to church if you're a Catholic. I'm not, but my kids were raised Catholic. On this particular Sunday of the year, this is what the gospel is going to be. But that priest better make it interesting so you listen. That's how I kind of feel when if you're going to do a remake, catch somebody's attention. Otherwise, it's nothing.
That's probably why I don't go to church.
Well, maybe you should. That's a whole other album.
You know what? Just walk around the outside. Just walk around
That's
the
a whole
outside.
other story.
That's right. Walk around outside.
So finally, the last question: where does this fall in your listening habit? Is it one and done? I liked it. It'll grow on me. I really enjoyed it. It'll probably become an album I go back to. Or I can't believe I missed this. It's one of my new favorites.
The fourth one, I would definitely listen to it. You know,
So
this is gonna
so
be
you
on a
really
regular-
enjoyed it, and it'll okay.
You better,
That's a
or
3.
I'll cry.
That might be fun to
Yes,
watch.
we don't make anyone cry in this show.
No
I don't
crying.
know.
Well, you do.
Album listen challenges are going to get tougher if you go up against me, let me tell you. I ain't going to give you nothing
I
easy.
know it is. I'm afraid. That's why I
I
signed up
got
early.
some things sitting in the back burner. Just be glad that country album didn't come to you. All right. Well, I obviously want to thank Damn and Dude for doing this today. We'll be back in 2 weeks for another album listen challenge. I know some people are challenging each other as we speak, but I do not have any particular anything to divulge. I will say this though, that join us for album review Saturday. This Saturday, I will plug it again. There is an album on here that is a world-class banger.
It's gonna be so
and
fun.
it's fantastic. So until then, we're on the web at beyondyourradio.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. No, I'm not on TikTok. You can beg me all you want. It's not happening. I can't do it. I just I don't have
you.
attention deficit disorder.
Thank you.
So anyway, go Beyond Your Radio with us, a real music appreciation channel. Thanks for watching and happy listening.
Bye.